Welcome to the Kids Caught in the Middle video series. Today's episode is about Chapter 8, Third-Party Custody Cases. Hello, my name is Liisa Speaker, and I wrote a book called Kids Caught in the Middle, How Families Are Harmed When Judges Don't Follow the Law. Now, third-party custody arises oftentimes when a parent is just not able to raise the child themselves for whatever the reason may be. And oftentimes the child is left with a relative, maybe in a guardianship situation, and eventually the relatives say, hey, we really want to have custodial rights, not just guardianship rights, because custodial rights are greater than guardianship rights. But in order for that relative or family, friend, or whoever it is to obtain third-party custody, they have to meet a pretty high burden under the Child Custody Act, because they have to show clear and convincing evidence that it's in the best interest of the child to have custody with them instead of with the parent. Now, there are times when parents come back and want to be more involved with the lives of their children, and they want to reclaim their role as custodial parents. And what we see a lot are trial courts who don't want to upset where the children are. They want to keep the status quo with the relatives who have third-party custody or guardianship placement. And then what happens, unfortunately, is that the trial court would put a higher burden on the parent than what is required or allowed by law. And like I said previously, the third-party custodians have a high burden to show in order to establish third-party custody. And so trial courts have gotten reversed because they put too much on the parent to make them prove in order to have custody of their children again. There are also pitfalls that a parent needs to be aware of. If they leave their child with a relative or family friend in order to do whatever they're going to do, that person can go, one, seek a guardianship, and maybe they need the guardianship, maybe they don't really have a right to one, maybe they did have authority to watch the children and have what they needed. But if they go to court and get a temporary guardianship, they could go sneak off to circuit court and file for third-party custody before the parent even has a chance to object to the temporary guardianship and to get a hearing on whether the relatives or family friends have standing to request a guardianship. And as soon as that third-party custody case is filed, everything in the guardianship case stops, and it pretty much cuts off the parent's rights to even object to how things were happening in the guardianship case. So it's just something to be really aware of. Now, you can go to our firm website, speakerlaw.com, for more information about how to protect your client's rights by clicking on the link below.